Once upon a time, in a dense and dark forest, there lived a clever mongoose named Dull Mongoose. Despite his silly name, Dull Mongoose wasn't dull at all. No, he was as sharp as a needle. He used his intelligence to outsmart other animals and often played tricks on them. In the same forest, there lived many kinds of snakes. All the snakes were afraid of Dull Mongoose because he would often kill them by making plans. But there was one snake who didn't fear Dull Mongoose at all. That was Sleepy Snake. Why wasn't Sleepy Snake afraid of Dull Mongoose? You'll know the reason as we move on in the story. Now, Sleepy Snake had a funny quirk. Whenever he felt like he was getting too angry, his head would start swaying from left to right. The swaying would gradually become more intense, and before long, he would fall fast asleep. This habit of his made him vulnerable to Dull Mongoose, who took full advantage of it. He would often wake Sleepy Snake up by poking him with a stick or by tickling him with a leaf, and every time he did that, Sleepy Snake would feel humiliated. One day, Dull Mongoose was relaxing by the bank of a sparkling river, happily eating a juicy fish. Suddenly, Sleepy Snake appeared before him, hissing angrily. "Hey, Dull Mongoose," he said, "I am really mad at you. You always make fun of me. Today, I'll definitely eat you." Dull Mongoose calmly swallowed the fish he had in his mouth and replied with a smile, "Oh, so you're going to eat me? Okay, but before that, I have one last wish." "What wish?" asked Sleepy Snake. "I want to play a game with you," said Dull Mongoose. "If I win, you can eat me. But if you win, I'll leave the forest forever and I'll never bother you again." Sleepy Snake thought for a moment. "Okay, what should we do?" he finally asked. "Let's go over there," said Dull Mongoose, taking him to the base of a huge tree. Under the tree, there were many dry and fallen leaves. "I will hide my tail among these leaves and you have to find it," said Dull Mongoose. "Then you can eat me." Sleepy Snake thought to himself, what could be easier than this? He was just about to pounce on Dull Mongoose when suddenly the mongoose stood in front of him and started swaying from side to side. Sleepy Snake was scared. He had seen this trick before and he knew that Dull Mongoose would not hesitate to run away if he allowed the mongoose to escape. So, without wasting any more time, he quickly hid his tail among the fallen leaves and tried to look for it. Dull Mongoose watched him for a while, waiting for him to get bored and leave. But to his surprise, Sleepy Snake continued to search for his tail. He looked here and there, but he couldn't find it anywhere. After a few minutes, he started feeling uneasy. Just then, Dull Mongoose shouted, "Hey, Sleepy Snake, why don't you look under this leaf? I think my tail is over there." Sleepy Snake turned his head towards the direction of Dull Mongoose's voice and started looking under the leaves. Dull Mongoose picked up his tail and kept moving away from there. Sleepy Snake was getting more and more nervous. He looked everywhere, but he couldn't see Dull Mongoose's tail anywhere. Just then, he noticed something strange. He looked down and realized that he was still holding his own tail in his mouth. He quickly opened his eyes, but all he saw was Dull Mongoose running away. Sleepy Snake felt embarrassed. He thought to himself, "How could I be so careless?" He wanted to chase Dull Mongoose, but he was too ashamed to do so. Instead, he slowly moved away from there and went to a nearby bush to rest. Dull Mongoose, on the other hand, was extremely happy. He had won the game and Sleepy Snake had left the forest. He returned home, thinking about how he would play a similar trick on other animals in the forest. Meanwhile, Sleepy Snake came out of the bush and started walking towards his home. He was sad because he had lost the game and Dull Mongoose would continue to make fun of him. As he walked, his anger started building up. His head started swaying from side to side. He tried to control it, but it was no use. His anger was too much for him to handle. Soon his head was swaying violently and he started falling to the ground. Luckily, he managed to catch himself before he hit the ground. "No, no," he whispered. "I can't sleep. If Dull Mongoose sees me sleeping, he'll poke me with a stick and make fun of me." He tried to walk faster, hoping that it would help him get over his drowsiness, but it didn't. His eyelids started becoming heavy and he could barely keep them open. Suddenly, he saw a small stream of water flowing nearby. He thought, "Why not take a quick bath in the stream? It might help me wake myself up." So he slithered into the stream and started swimming. The cool water made him feel better, and he thought that he might be able to wake himself up. But unfortunately, it was too late. As soon as he finished bathing and came out of the stream, he fell asleep. Dull Mongoose was passing through the forest when he saw Sleepy Snake sleeping peacefully. A cunning plan quickly formed in his mind. He went to a nearby bush and picked up some tender banana saplings. Then he carefully put a banana sapling in Sleepy Snake's mouth. The moment the tender banana sapling touched his tongue, Sleepy Snake woke up. He was surprised to see a banana sapling in his mouth. "Am I dreaming?" he wondered. Just then, Dull Mongoose came out of the bush and started laughing. "Sleepy Snake, you fell asleep again." "Did you like the banana sapling?" he asked, trying hard to control his laughter. Sleepy Snake turned bright red with embarrassment. He didn't say a word to Dull Mongoose. Instead, he quickly removed the banana sapling from his mouth and slithered away. Dull Mongoose continued to laugh. He thought it was the funniest thing that had ever happened to him. From that day on, Sleepy Snake never approached Dull Mongoose. He understood that he couldn't defeat the mongoose in a battle of wits, so he simply avoided him. On the other hand, Dull Mongoose became even more famous in the forest for his intelligence and trickery. All the animals respected him for his cleverness, and none of them dared to mess with him. And that's the end of our story. Now, let's think about the characters in the story. Do you think Dull Mongoose deserved to be afraid of Sleepy Snake? Why did Sleepy Snake decide not to bother Dull Mongoose after their game? What would you have done if you were Dull Mongoose or Sleepy Snake? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, if you liked this story, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. Thank you for watching.